Today we'll be comparing two legends in martial arts, Sammo Hung and Donnie Yen, and see how they stack up against each other. Due to the extensive accomplishments of both men in the field of martial arts and cinema, there's a lot to cover in today's video. So let's jump right in. Hi-ya! Sammo Hung, a living legend of martial arts, hardly needs an introduction. Although he was never as widely celebrated or recognized as one of the greatest in martial arts like Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan, his impact and legacy are immeasurably great. This martial artist, actor, producer, and director from Hong Kong was born in Hung Kam Po on January 7, 1952. At the age of 7, Sammo enrolled in the demanding Peking Opera School, where he met future stars like Jackie Chan, who still calls Sammo Daigo to this day. Sammo and Jackie made their debuts on the Jade screen as children in 1962 in the film Big and Little Wong Tin Bar, and their competitive but profound brotherly love from those years has lasted their entire careers. During the 1970s, Hung rose to prominence at the Golden Harvest Studios after working as an assistant director on various films, including King Hu's Come Drink with the Fate of Lee Khan and Me. For the first time, Sammo was given the opportunity to shine in his own right as a supporting actor and, more importantly, as the show's lead action director. Sammo played a crucial role in creating and innovating an action choreography technique that is still used today, and it was, in fact, even used in the movies IP Man and John Wick. In the years following his 1977 debut in Iron Fisted Monk as director, he oversaw the production of a vast number of old-school kung fu movies, the vast majority of which are now considered masterpieces of the genre. In the 1980s, he branched out from kung fu into something of a precursor to today's martial action movies, teaming up with Jackie Chan in films like Winners and Sinner, and most notably Project A, which was a massive hit in Hong Kong and ushered in a new era of 80s action pictures. This was the first of many successful films featuring Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung, and Yuen Biao, known as the Three Brothers, all of whom have maintained successful careers, still kicking, flipping, and punching to this day. Hung has established himself as one of the finest when it comes to choreographing kung fu battle sequences, earning him a reputation that rivals his acting chops. Hung was a driving force behind the 80s Hong Kong new wave, starting the vampire-esque Jianxi genre and reinventing the martial arts in films. Many of his countrymen credit him for helping them break into the film industry by offering roles in his films or to work as part of the crew. Sammo became known in the West as the man who battled the late Bruce Lee in the first scene of the 1980s martial arts film Enter the Dragon. Sammo himself would not reach the American public until his debut in the martial law TV series some 25 years later. For a somewhat portly man, Sammo's speed and complex acrobatic skill is nothing short of supernatural. This guy has been in more than 290 films. He has received many honors, including the Golden Horse Award, Asian Film Award, and Hong Kong Film Awards. He has also received recognition for his acting, directing, choreography, and production, among other categories. He received the Lifetime Achievement Award from the New York Asian Film Festival in 2010. Sammo is among the few famous people honored at Hong Kong's Avenue of Stars. Donnie Yen. Donnie Yen is a martial artist, actor, director, action director, producer, and fight choreographer. He was born in Guangzhou, China on July 27, 1963. Yen is regarded as a leading action star in Hong Kong. Yen is an accomplished martial artist who has demonstrated expertise in numerous styles, including Tai Chi, kickboxing, boxing, Hapkido, Jeet Kune Do, MMA, Taekwondo, Muay Thai, Karate, Wrestling, Hangya, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Wing Chun, Sanda, Judo, and Wushu. To this day, Yen is one of Asia's highest paid actors and one of the region's most prominent movie stars from the early 2000s. In 2013, Yen made 220 million Hong Kong dollars, or 28.4 million, from 4 movies and 6 commercials. His mother, Bo Sim Mark, and father, Kylster Yen, were accomplished martial artists as well. Donnie's family relocated to Hong Kong when he was 2 years old and subsequently to Boston, Massachusetts. When he was 11, Master Bo Sim Mark was a trailblazer in introducing Chinese martial arts to the United States, so it was only right that her only son was trained in these techniques from an early age. When he was a teenager, Yen began training in martial arts outside his mother's school, exploring the practices of Japanese karate, Korean taekwondo, and Western boxing. He also got into breakdancing and hip-hop. He spent the evenings in Boston's dangerous combat zone. Seeing that he was committed to wushu, his parents sent him to Beijing to study at the city's renowned Wushu Academy. He had the fortune of crossing paths with the legendary martial arts film director Yan Wuping on his way back to Boston from Hong Kong, who gave Donnie his breakthrough role in Drunken Tai Chi, which catapulted him to stardom in Hong Kong. As soon as his first picture was released, audience recognized him as a promising lead actor. Donnie then made his debut as a director for the movie Legend of the Wolf, which caught the eye of renowned American filmmaker Francis Coppola. The movie follows a warrior who loses his memory and must return to his native village. After Legend of the Wolf, Donnie directed the urban thriller Ballistic Kiss, which follows the life of a conflicted assassin. The movie screened at the esteemed Udine Festival in Italy and won prizes at several other festivals, including the YUBARI International Action Film Festival in Japan. Hollywood, by this time, took notice of Donnie's body of work and asked him to direct the action sequences for the blockbuster franchises Blade 2 and Highlander Endgame. In the masterwork Hero, he co-starred with Jet Li. Donnie Yen became the top action star in mainland China after his fight with Jet Li, which introduced his talents to the country's growing audience. Miramax released the film in the United States. It is still one of the most financially successful films ever released in a foreign language. So far, he has won 17 of the 25 nominations. These honors cover a wide range of talents, including Best Acting, Best Fight, and Best Action Choreography. Both actors and legendary martial artists have worked together on many occasions during their long careers. Chapeau Lang. Donnie Yen portrays Ma Quan, a formidable investigator in this film, who ultimately falls victim to corruption in the Hong Kong police force. The iconic actor-director Sammo has done some of the most intense, nasty fights in this film. The brutality of some of the hits, which builds on what we saw in movies like Skinny Tiger, Fatty Dragon, and The Pedicab Driver, gives the impression that the characters are really dying on scene. The final fight has a lot of sucker punches, severe throw flips, and beatdowns because both of them are well known for performing their own stunts. That final showdown has Yen and Hung engaging in a series of grapples and takedowns reminiscent of professional wrestling and jiu-jitsu. Kickboxing and Muay Thai are heavily emphasized while they aren't rolling about on the ground. Given that this is primarily a cop movie, there is some gunplay, but most confrontations are hand-to-hand. IP Man 2. Wilson Yip helmed the film with a script by Edmund Wong, and Donnie Yen was cast as the main character, where he again plays the role of Wing Chun legend IP man Sammo Hung. The legend himself returns to direct the combat scenes in this film. He also had a supporting role, and it is remarkable because he had shot his own battle scenes despite recovering from heart surgery. As expected, IP Man 2's most thrilling sequences involve bouts between Donnie Yen and Sammo Hung. Their fights are electrifying and thrilling to watch. Thanks to Hung's fantastic fight choreography, they're met with roaring acclaim from the audience. Yen and Hung's brilliant fight moves on a small circular table are breathtaking. The fights are exciting examples of two evenly matched opponents because Yen has knowledge of Wing Chun and has lightning quick speed, but Hung is no pushover. You can bet that bouts between these two would always be spectacular. Two exceptionally gifted fighters, Sammo Hung and Donnie Yen, have frequently demonstrated their dominance in the world of martial arts. Both men have contributed significantly to the growth of this industry for many years, and their efforts continue even now. So with all this being said, who do you think is the better fighter? Let us know in the comments section below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.